Hi. Okay, so I have a question. At what point should consent be given? At what point in the communication, especially if it's a sexual relationship or a romantic relationship, at what point should consent be given? Should we assume that the fact you came to my house in the first place means you're down with everything that's going to happen in my house? Or should we assume that, oh, you're in my house, but then for everything that's going to happen in my house, we have to come to an agreement? Hi, my name is Adama. I am a sexual health educator and I love to understand uh, how the human mind works. I love to understand how we think, especially in relation to relationship and communication. I am a firm believer that communication is key at all times in everything. But see, this matter, this consent thing, it's been debatable. Like, yes, we know it's an agreement, all right? So I give you a consent to do something. Does it mean that I give a consent today means that you got my consent? Or do you have to always come back to ask me for something? Now, what we don't understand is we imbibe this culture of consent in our children when they are growing up. Like, for example, I tell my kids every time you want to do a particular thing, I have to know. You want to take something from the fridge? Tell me. You want to take a snacks on the table? Tell me. So you don't take permission yesterday and get my consent and you assume that, okay, it covers for every other thing. No, I have to know for every time. So if every time you have to stay out late with your friends or you have to visit somebody, to let me know. And knowingly or unknowingly, we are imbibing the culture of consent in them. So they are trained to get permission. Now, as we grow up, we assume that we can do things, don't you understand? We are on the same page. Hello. It's not every time we are on the same page with people in our lives. Even though we've been communicating, we've been gummy gummy, we've been paddy paddy, but there are some things we need to always get consent for. Of course, we know you need to get consent for medical checks, for things that are done to you in the medical world, and also in every other thing. Even in relationship, consent helps us to build boundaries. But the thing is, people don't fully understand this consent because consent can be verbal or non-verbal. And because we all come from different cultures, we also have different religious beliefs which build our manner of communication. We may not understand that somebody goes with yes. It's verbal for A. And then for B is a combination of verbal and non-verbal. And so when you bring conflicting answers, your body saying yes and your words saying no. For some people, it's conflicting. And, we come to this old age thing of, it's not women, push, press. When they're saying no, they mean yes. It's that kind of thing because we don't fully understand that we are passing a message with how we respond, what we say, what we don't say, we are passing a message. There are theories of communication balancing this consent thing. But I want to understand from you, I want to know from you, what do you think consent is? Do you think consent can be given all the time or should be given all the time? Or is it just a one off thing? Oh, we are dating, so we can do everything. Or yes, we are dating, but for everything we do, for every physical sexual activity we do in the course of dating, I need to give my consent, or you need to seek my consent. What do you think? There are many studies out there concerning consent, and we are working on understanding this better so we can help people in their relationships. People have been raped in their relationships because of consent. Let me know what you think. I already asked, do you believe consent should be given once and then that's it? Or do you think at every time I need to get your consent for everything we do in our sexual relationship or romantic relationship, even business relationship, but more sexual relationship, right? Do you think consent, go ahead? Or do you think, okay, no, we are good, so I should always ask you? Let me know what you think. It will help us understand uh, consent and communication in relationships better. Thank you. I'll be waiting for your comments.